Blog Talk Radio.
Everybody, and welcome to another wonderful Soul Sister show with host Sue and myself, Anne. And today we have Thursday, October 8th, so we are in the midst of the beautiful autumn. I just love autumn. I don't know why I always did that. And here in Sweden, the trees are actually starting to turn yellow and orange. It's not coming very fast, but that's nice, so you can enjoy, and we are going to come into those wonderful autumn colors in a couple of weeks maybe. And you're very welcome. We are a live call-in worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the US and Stockholm, Sweden in Europe. You can call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number. And if you want to talk with us live on the show, remember to press 1 on your device. And you can call us and join into the discussion. You can ask any kind of spiritually related question, or why not get a free mini reading live on air? And as I said, I'm Anne, coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden. And on today's show, we will talk about reaching the light. What does that mean? And we are going to take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. And you can listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live, or why not give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. Ask questions, or why not get a free mini reading live on air, or let us hear your story, your spiritual story. International callers dial +1 before the number, and if you want to talk with us on the show, press 1. And as I said, on today's show, we will talk about reaching the light. Reaching the light. And we are the show that discusses the Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, and of course, any and all spiritual topics. And we are always a live call-in worldwide radio, so give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and now is a wonderful time to get your spot in the queue. You can always visit us on YouTube as well, and just search for Scrolls from the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And please help us out to grow the channel, so like us and subscribe. And you can find full past episodes from the last show, I think, in December 2019 forward. And you can find upcoming episodes as well, so you see what's going to come. And if you want to listen to older shows, you can always go to scrollsofthesoul.com/past. scrollsofthesoul.com/past. Now, let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters, Sue, all the way from Arizona in the U.S. Hi, Sue. How are you?
I'm good, Sissy. It's really nice out here. starting to cool down. I'm doing very good. And how about you?
Nice
How's it going out there in Sweden?
Oh, it's okay. It's nice. It's a little bit cold for my taste, but actually it's not really cold yet.
Yeah.
It's just me that I'm not so fond of it. I think it's 10 to 12 degrees Celsius.
Have the leaves
that
changed colors?
they're starting to change color actually.
Yeah.
So but I feel it's actually warmer than it's usually this time of the year, and that's a good
Right.
sign. I remember when I was younger, in the beginning of October, we had snow, 0.5 meter of snow.
Oh, wow.
And that's not happening. Yeah, we can have a whole winter here without snow at all. That's kind of weird.
You know, I haven't seen snow. Okay, I got to think about this. I haven't seen snow since 1991. That was the last time I saw snow. Mhm.
So
yeah.
Why don't you come here and we can play in the snow?
Because
how about that?
My body says it's too cold out and it would hurt my bones, so I'll pick the sunshine. How about the ocean?
Yeah, that's good. You have to come to Rhodes then.
Yeah, right.
So, everybody listening, thank you for spending your time with us, and now is a great time to call in and get your spot in the queue. 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and just press 1 to talk with us live on air. So if you don't press 1, we don't see that you want to talk with us live on the show. We just see you on the board, but we don't pick up callers that didn't press 1, just out of respect for you. So if you don't want to talk with us, of course, you don't need to do anything. But if you want to, which we hope you will, then press 1. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue for a personal paid reading, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. Or why not go to scrollsofthesoul.com to find out more about us. And before we move on with today's show, I know that my wonderful Sissy wants to recap what last week was all about.
Yeah, last week we spoke about blocks and restrictions, the golden web. So like we state every month, the first week of every month, first Thursday of every month, we pick out something for our soul realignment topic and just try to give some information on what it is, what the golden web is, and what blocks and restrictions are within the golden web. So if you didn't catch that, you can go in to scrollsofthesoul.com/path and listen in on that show. And that's one we always enjoy, soul realignment. I think it's our favorite topic for Anne and I to discuss. And we just, delving into blocks and restrictions is interesting because the things that can occur that we don't necessarily think about as blocks and restrictions, that's where it becomes interesting on our end as a practitioner. What can come out through investigative work, so to speak, when we locate blocks and restrictions. So, and we did discuss tears and scars as well in the golden web. So, like I said, didn't get a chance, go into scrollsofthesoul.com/path, and you can go in and listen to that one last week. So, Sissy, what do you say we get into some of today's topics?
Yay, the juicy topic. I love today's
Yeah.
topic.
Okay,
So
so go ahead.
yes, so no, it's kind of a big topic actually, reaching the light, but it's connected to basically everything because we tend to think of light as something we strive for, especially when it comes to the spiritual sense of it and the
Right.
spiritual meaning. And I know that we have been talking about this before, and we mentioned that there's a polarity here, like everything else. So we have the wonderful, bright, beautiful light on one side of the pole, and
Mm-hmm.
on the other side, we have the deep, dark thing that we
Yeah.
don't want to be in, right? And
Right.
many times, as I'm sensing, this is only coming from me. It's not always that, even if something is, it doesn't have to be negative because it's dark. But being in the darkness can mean that you are seeing through the lens of illusion and the veil. So maybe you're not
Right.
seeing very clearly. It can mean, of course, that you are maybe connected or you have some attachment. Something else could have been happened, so it feels like you're stuck
Right.
somewhere where you won't be. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. It's because it's very funny, right? We tend to think of the light as something that's very, very positive. And of course, in a spiritual sense, the bright light, that's the high vibrations, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
the higher dimensions and everything we connect with with the light. I don't know what you say.
Well, what
What's your
is
take?
it when we talk about the light? What is the light, so to speak? Because you were talking about a light and dark, right? So what is it?
Yes.
Oh, your perception of it, I think would be a better question. What is your perception? Because I think for each of us it's different, but we know that
Yeah.
light is, for me, it's love. That's the ultimate, I guess. But
Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
it? What is the light, so to speak?
Yeah. I think that's a little bit individual because it's what we put into that word and that sense and what we
Right,
feel. What's the light? Some
right.
people would say maybe God is light, and of course God is light, but God is a part of it. There are so many other
Hmm.
light things. Even if God
Right.
is the all um, all eternity, I don't know how to Almighty, everything. But you can
Right.
also say that the universe is, and the universe contains of both light and darkness, doesn't it? So it's
Hmm.
kind of
Correct.
even if we think of how our globe is moving around the sun, we have days and we have nights. So it's moving around the sun. We have seasons. So I don't know. It brings me to think about the polarity. Maybe I
Right.
stepped out of our
No,
conversation
that's
a bit
okay.
here.
That's okay. I think, okay, so would you agree that for those who might get stuck, let's say, on how it is you go about reaching the light, right? Because what
Yes, yes.
our perception is the light is okay. So, what would we recommend for those who might be stuck or have trouble um, connecting to that energy? Because it is an energy, loving
Yes,
energy.
yes.
And just what you and I have discussed on numerous occasions. One recommendation, of course, would be meditation, but it doesn't mean staying still, right? So a lot of us meditate staying still, grounding ourselves, and going in that direction. But you had said many a time it could be something as simple as cleaning, right? Cleaning your home
Yeah,
and having music in the background.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But I think that in my sense, it's being with you. You can be basically anywhere. So sometimes we feel that we need to sit down, go down into deep meditation, and if you feel that you are, sometimes in life we find ourselves in a place that feels very deep, like a valley, and it feels sometimes like you can't reach deeper down because you reach the bottom.
Right.
So it's kind of hard, and that's when you see things from the lens of illusion, because everything feels dark around, even if there's daylight outside, right? And you can feel love. It's like you can't connect with it. So how do you do that? Yes, you spend time with you. The most important thing is to make sure that you are not interfered with energies from others
Right.
for some time. If you go into meditation and you want to concentrate and it's hard for you, sit for 5 minutes, 1 minute, two. If you want to be with yourself, turn the phone off, put on some music that makes you feel vibrant. Let things start cleaning the house. That's usually what I do, actually. And then it's like I receive inspiration. I'm getting from my guys, they bring me thoughts, they bring me a lot of things, and it actually can help. And have a paper and pen ready. Write down what you're
Right.
receiving, because it's
Right.
a very good way to be. And even if you just walk out to buy some grocery, breathe.
Yes.
Close
Yep.
your eyes for 2 seconds. Just be.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of it. So if you're having a difficult time, let's say, and you feel kind of disconnected, um, one of the first things that was recommended to me is about breathing and paying attention to my breath. And when I first started in this arena, meditation, I was told meditation is very important. What I didn't realize at the time was that there was going to be a light I was going to actually reach. No one said that to me. I didn't know. And with what I had first experienced, it took me to calm down. So to calm myself down, to pay attention to breathing, because it's something you focus on. So if you're having a bad day or you're having a hard time or you're going through something, and it's good to take time away, wherever. I don't care if it's in the bathroom, in your house, when you're surrounded by a bunch of people. You take that time to quiet yourself, go inward, breathe, and like you said, it only takes, you can start off with 30 seconds. Um, and then slowly learn how to work your way a little bit longer. And what happens during that is you start to see visually, at least for me. I can't say it's for everyone. It takes time. I think a lot of us tend to want a quick reaction to connecting, with source,
Yeah.
with light. It takes time and it takes practice. But it does, and there are methods. There are methods Ann and I recommend. Like Ann said, one of the things would be cleaning the house with music, because music is vibrational, right? And you actually set your body
Yeah.
in connection to something you're hearing at a vibrational level, and it puts you in that
Yeah.
state of joy, and joy is an extremely high vibration to help assist
Yes.
in reaching
Yes.
the light, so to speak. Um,
Yes.
the other thing is,
And I think. Sorry.
go ahead,
No,
Susie.
go ahead. Sorry, that wasn't. I just wanted to mention quick. I think it's vital when you feel that you are in a challenging time, when you have a difficulty to connect with yourself, to find that vibration, to find the light. That basically is not outside; it's coming from within, like everything
Right,
else. But it's
right,
like we have to dig for it sometimes because of this dense reality and everything. I think the most important thing is make sure that you have some moments here and there, the longer periods of time you have, the better, on a regular basis with yourself. That's important.
Right. And and nowadays with the craziness of the world, we know that that's not always easy. So when you
I know.
can, that's why I say if you're in an apartment and you don't have access to outside as quickly as others, yeah, I would say close the door in a bathroom, but just go for even taking a bath because you're in water, and water is great as far as getting into that state. Another way of doing that. As heck, you can add music to that as well. So that's another way of doing it. And even nature itself, you can go into just walking a park, going into the woods, and feeling the energy and the vibration around you, and going inward, so to speak, connecting at that level, is another way of reaching the light. It doesn't always have to be sitting with eyes closed, I guess. It's the best way to recommend. Right?
Yes, absolutely. It's combined with everything else, because we have talked about the spiritual hygiene that is important, and that's also, of course, it is, and at least one time a day on a regular basis to clear yourself. And you can go back to find that if you go to scrollsofthesoul.com/past. I think that was, when did we do that spiritual hygiene show? Remember?
Maybe a month or two. We'd have to go back and take a look. But that's all part of it. Even that, I think it was last month's Soul Realignment. Within that time, because we were talking about the energy, kind of the energies that are going on in the world, and the spiritual hygiene was important. It's very important. So,
yes,
but
it is important. And go ahead.
But I was just going to say.
No, I just. So sorry, everybody listening to us. I think we have a delay today, so we are talking in each other's mouths. So bear with us. So sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to kind of move on to something else, but I want you to finish up what you were going to say.
Okay. No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So within the context of this show, I started just researching some, different aspects of what we're talking about. And I came across something that was really interesting. There was a website I came across, and I think we're probably going to put it up on Scrolls of the Soul in our chat area. I don't know if you've done it yet, Susie. But don't worry about it, guys. Eventually it'll be up there. So what I located was spiritualmasterfreespirit.com, Understanding Merkaba Interdimensional Travel. And this was a really interesting article that was written. I'm not going to read all of it because it can get quite heavy, but it was, what came out of it for me was about connecting to the light, but on a much higher level. So I'm just going to go over a little bit, some paragraphs in the article, and see what you guys think. It says, the Merkaba vehicle, I never say that word right, Merkaba vehicle, is the means for traveling to higher dimensional planes and for ascending the physical body out of the third dimension. Our Merkaba vehicle is, in essence, our own interdimensional starcraft, similar to the structure in the movie Contact. Did you ever see that movie? Contact?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I did not.
Yeah.
Did you?
I saw it only once, but I'd have to go back. I I have a general idea of what he's um, referencing to, but let me continue. All that, okay, structure similar to the structure in the movie Contact, all that far more complex. The degree to which we have assembled our Merkaba vehicle will determine how far we can progress through the astral plane and whether we are able to use the interstellar interconnect intergalactic wormhole. I thought, geez, that's pretty strong.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
strong.
you don't tend to think of reaching the light with that, but what he basically starts to talk about through this is how you get out of the third and get into the fourth and the fifth, and part of that is astral plane, right? And I
Yes.
remember, I'm going to go back a few years with that particular statement, astral plane. And let me know, am I cutting out at all, or can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I love your voice.
Okay.
I'm enjoying my time listening to you. I love your voice.
Okay, thank you, Susie. Okay, so I
Thank you.
remember the first time I heard the term astral plane was when you and I both were introduced to a specific healer who did soul realignment before we were ever aware of it, of what soul realignment was, and that it was the Akashic
Yeah.
Records, yada, yada, yada. And I was told specifically that I tend to do it in my sleep. I tend to travel too much in my sleep into the astral plane. And I was like, okay, but how do I control that if I'm doing it in my sleep? And basically, she said, you have a conversation with yourself about not leaving. Because in sleep, if you haven't learned to meditate and kind of take some control over doing this part, it could be pretty scary. So she always recommended stay planted here on Earth. Don't go taking off.
Sorry,
So,
Susie. You actually cut in and out a couple of times here. I don't know why.
okay. Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Basically, the first time I heard about astral planes was through a healer you and I both know of. And I was doing it unbeknownst to me. I was doing it in my sleep. And she said, you need to learn to take control of that. So that took a lot of time, to understand that. But, okay, so let me just get on a little bit with what this author was saying. As we awaken to our higher dimensional selves and engage in conscious astral travel, I guess in a way you could say when you meditate or you're trying to reach the light, you are consciously traveling, so to speak. Would you say? Do you think
Yeah.
that's correct?
Yeah, I can agree with that because it is like a journey. Actually, that's how many people express this path. And you are experiencing things along the way, and you are encountering energies and vibrations and dimensions and everything. And it's a process where you learn and you adapt, right?
Right. And you start to see, and the important part you had said earlier, which I'm going to reiterate, is when this starts to happen, it is so important that you write this down, that you journal this information. And the reason for that, I can't stress enough, is when you go back 6 months later, a year later, and you read what you've written down due to what you've seen and things you've experienced, there's a growth that occurs. You can see the growth when this happens. So, anyways, I digress. So, let me just go on a little bit longer because I see we've reached the bottom of the hour. So, let me just read a little bit more. As we awaken to our higher dimensional selves and engage in conscious astral travel, we begin to build our Merkaba, This process is also greatly assisted by vibratory cleansing, emotional healing, karmic transmutation, and detoxification. Um,
Yeah.
this then activates dormant DNA strands within our being, and our light body is activated. That's interesting, isn't it? That's very interesting.
That's stunning.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just kind of skipping because there's a lot to this article, and like Ann said, she posted the link to this article on in our blog on Scrolls of the Soul.
Yes.
Let me see. All right. So I'm just going to go through some of this. Our light body is often depicted in art as being within Metatron's cube or some other similar geometric structure. That caught my eye, when I saw that. So that's why I was reading that. And it gets into the geometry of this. This is where it gets really, you got to really reread and understand this information. It takes a lot of time to, I think, get to that place where you can see things on a geometric scale, so to speak, when you're reaching the light. It's the best way to verbalize that. So really quick. So basically, it's an interdimensional thing, right? We're manifesting from within. There's so much more I can go through here, and I really don't want, because it's such a long article, and all I can do is just recommend everybody go over to the blog we have up where we chat and click on the link to read this, because there's such great information here on how you can vibrationally raise and come out of the third dimension and reach, higher dimensions.
Can I just chime in here to let everybody know that on scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live, you have the links to the, there are some other things, but the article is there. There are 3 links for you guys.
Right.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah, the final thing, because I know we're at the bottom of the hour, so I'm just going to quickly state this. The links Ann put in were from a guy who's actually doing recordings of the Earth, the sounds that the Earth makes from outer space. And there's 2 links in there. And I got to tell you guys, it's absolutely incredible, these sounds. And it was quite interesting to meditate or try to go into the light, so to speak, while hearing the sounds of the Earth. It was very intriguing. So Ann put up 2 links. One is to a Twitter link that this guy, his name is Ben, that he has one recording up there and then one on YouTube. And I would highly recommend you guys go in and listen. It's the most fascinating thing I've ever heard. It's all about the vibrational energy that's coming off the Earth, and he's got maybe a minute 45 seconds of recording, and you can visually see it as well. So definitely go check it out. So it was really, really a cool thing to see. But Sissy, it is past the bottom of the hour, so I'm trying to run through it as quickly as I can.
Yeah, I think you did it fine. It's just sometimes I don't know why that's happening. But you hear me okay, right? You don't hear any interruptions or anything?
Yeah.
When I'm talking? No? Okay.
No, I don't hear anything. You're good.
Good. Because sometimes it's like you cut in and out a little bit. I think it may have to do with the times we're in and maybe how things are working, connections and everything. So bear with us. Anyway, now it's the bottom of the hour and we soon start to take your calls. So hang on a little bit. And we are talking about reaching the light today, and we are going to take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air, or why not share a story with us, a spiritual story. How did you come to this path, or whatever you feel for? So if you'd like to connect with me and or Sue on a personal level for a paid reading, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/N. And you can listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And we have put up, as Sue said, the links to the article and the two sound files on that page, scrollsofthesoul.com/live in the chat room. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, October 15th, with Soul Sisters Show and myself, Anne, and Sue, and we will talk about numerology. Plus, as usual, your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. We'll be on same time as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the US, 6 p.m. London in the UK, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece, all in Europe. So we are really worldwide. That's very nice. I'm still stunned about that, talking to people that are around the globe. That's wonderful. You can always keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming, scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And we are always a live calling worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the US and Stockholm, Sweden, on the other side of the globe, almost. And always you can listen live and text chat with us during all our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if you haven't called in yet, now is a wonderful time to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number. And remember to press 1 to talk with us live on the show. That's important. We really love to talk to you. And you can you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, which we hope you do, subscribe and like the videos. We have full past episodes from this year and forward, and we have upcoming shows on YouTube. And also there are some nice things in the videos that are giving you some information and advertising for instance, like a free webinar. If you are interested in learning more about soul realignment, we suggest that you go to scrollsofthesoul.com/webinar. scrollsofthesoul.com/webinar, where you can join a free webinar on manifesting demystified, the Akashic Records, and soul realignment. So sign up, it's free, and it's going to be a really exciting thing to do. And if you sign up and can't attend, you're going to have the replay to listen to. So you're going to be in there anyway. That's wonderful. And I think I'm ready to move on.
Okay. Before we take calls, I'm going to just do my usual really quick. I always pull cards for our callers and listeners. And today, I just picked from 3 different decks, actually. The first one is, the first card I picked is Crystal Clear Intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. The second one was within the next few months, so that may answer something for our callers and listeners. The third one is ground yourself, which is funny because that's part of what we were talking about as far as reaching the light.
Yes.
And then,
oh wow, how fitting.
Right. It says being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect to divine source. Which, we forgot to mention that. It just dawned on me. When doing this, when wanting to reach light, so to speak, right? We can ask for assistance. All we need to do is ask for those, our guardian angels to assist us in this. And believe me, you might be surprised on the help you'll receive. And then the last one was relationships. So relationships are just a mirror image of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Okay, so that's for everyone who's listening or who's
Yeah,
called. Do you have any you pulled?
wonderful. I usually don't do this. Can I just chime in with two cards that I picked?
Sure.
And I have to admit I need your help to pronounce the first word because cornucopia. I don't know. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the first card I actually pulled a second card because I couldn't pronounce. I didn't really understand that word, even if there are pictures. So
Right.
the second card is victory. And I have number for cornucopia, I have number 11, and for victory, number 28. So I'm going to combine this. This feels like the time ahead here, like cornucopia means, my sister actually helped me. That means plenty.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. And
Mhm.
victory is a wonderful thing too. So these are both things that we may consider are more in the light than in the darkness, right?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
also numbers 11 and 28. So for me, my sense when I see them, it's around sometime around 28th of November. I can't really express why I feel this way because even if we are seeing things, the how you interpret things are coming from the guidance you receive at the very moment. So it's always
Right.
different. But I have a feeling that that's when it's a long time ahead, but don't despair, it's coming. So that feels like a time when we will feel more at peace in general. That's what I'm sensing. That
So
we have come
basically,
to victory somehow.
yeah, plenty of victory, maybe between the two cards, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, that's not bad there. Okay, so let me move over to our callers, and guys, just remember that's for you guys. I'm going to go over to our first caller. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Karen. I'm calling from Chicago.
Hi, Karen. Welcome.
Hi,
How's it
Karen.
going up there?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. It's a nice autumn day out. Very
Oh,
sunny.
nice. Nice. So
Yeah.
it's still a little
Yeah.
warm, or is it getting cool up there?
It's deceiving. It is warm. It's about I would say about 70 degrees, but in certain spots it gets cool. So you still have to wear a jacket. A little bit of a breeze.
Oh, right, right. So what can we do for you?
I'm wondering. I'm working as a part-time contractor. I have a project for the next 6 to 8 weeks, but I'm wondering if I'm also applying for full-time work, and I've been trying to apply for um, more of a full-time administrative position. I'm wondering if you see me getting any luck uh, with finding something more permanent, because I was waiting for the stimulus, but that never came. So now I really got
Right.
to step it up.
It's funny between what Anne came out with numbers that came through for her, the 28th, and then within the next few months, it's actually going to be right around sometime in November that this is going to occur. But right now, I see
Okay.
two back-to-back jobs, like part-time, 30 for some reason. I don't know why it's coming out that way. So, are you already doing that now? Do you have two part-time
Yes.
jobs?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's one job you're correct. It's one job, but they may have back-to-back projects because it's like one project, and then that's going to end, and then there's two more projects after that. So that's correct.
Okay, yeah. So it's going to be right around the time of November is what I'm seeing for a full time. Where it's going to, you're not going to have to split up time. It's going to be something full time that's coming in. I'm not really seeing anything else. I'm definitely seeing that number Ann presented, which is Q8. Right? I think it's going to be around that time. Let me see if Ann has anything more, and then I'll just see if I can hone in a little bit more on that. Ann?
Yes, I have. Hi, Karen. This is Ann.
Hello.
And it feels like it's going to be. It's like you are going to cope. So guides and angels are basically saying no worries, and they know that that's easy for them to say because sometimes we do worry when we're here. We want to see some signs that we are moving forward, right? And that's very natural. But I feel that you are coming to the point where, I have another way of putting this. I see abundance around you, and this doesn't always only mean material things, but it means also support and that things are going to be good. And I sense that this is the whole package they're talking about here when it comes to abundance. So you are maybe a little more than halfway on your path to find that which you actually seek. And I agree with Sue around the end of November sometime. That can always be plus minus when it comes to. So I also sense that there may be some things popping up for you that are unexpected, but it's for the good and for the positive. So just keep on as you are and keep on applying. Don't frame things for yourself. So even if you feel that I can't apply for so many jobs, yes, you can, because you can always say, no, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. That makes you feel more empowered for yourself, right?
Yes.
If you, for instance, get 3 jobs. So just go for it. It feels like a good time, and this is also a time to be creative and step a little bit outside what you normally do. Approach things a little bit differently. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm applying for all different types of jobs. If it looks good to me and I can do it, I just go for it and just keep applying. So I'm on a really good website that they've been really tailoring the opportunities.
Wow.
I've been looking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that in some time here during the autumn, you're going to find something that brings you on the path to be better. It feels like you right now are more than halfway, so that's a good sign. Sue?
Okay.
I just have a question. Things come in when I douse, so I'll douse and just automatic, right? So what came in was city and water. Are you in the city now, or are you near water, or it may be something that's going to happen when you get the full-time job? Are you in the city now?
Yes, I live in the city, but I usually, it's kind of funny you mention it, because usually when I do find a really good job, I am near like a river, a stream,
Right.
a man-made pond in front. That is correct.
Yep, yeah. It's a very powerful, I think it's going to happen again. I think that wherever you get the full-time job, it's going to be near water. And the reason I say that is that it's very powerful for you to be near water.
Yeah.
Not everybody feels that way. Some people don't feel that way, but something as far as your ability to connect and ground and feel whole as a person has very much to do with water. So, and especially moving water.
Yes.
So.
Yes, there always be like a fountain. Yeah, you're
Right.
correct. There's always like a fountain in the building, like these big buildings, or it's out in front, or like these man-made waterfall. Yeah, there's always something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool, because it's we were talking earlier about how when we meditate and we reach the light, so to speak, water is a great conductor. And for you, there's something even more powerful about water. And it must seem to always happen for you that you're somehow always near water, like you said. Has that been something that's been most of your life that you've been aware of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been told that. You are correct. I've been told that before. And a lot of the jobs
Right.
that I have been there a while or have made above average money. And what I'm making now is okay to keep me afloat. But some
Right.
big jobs, have been near water.
Yep. And this next one will be, and yeah, continue. Just always be near water, because even if you're looking to do a little meditative work yourself, it helps to center you and it helps you focus so much. And it's not like that for everyone, but for you, there's something really powerful about water and centering, staying focused, connecting, to your divinity, and that helps you with work. I mean, it helps all of us with work, but there's something really powerful about this for you. So, very cool.
Okay.
That's really
all
good.
Right, well, thank you, and I will let you know, and I'll call back. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please do. All right. Thanks,
so
Karen.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Karen. Bye.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wonderful. See?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let me move on to our.
We talked about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move on to our next caller. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey.
Hi, Laura. How's it going?
It's going good.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you? I'm just looking to find out about a job and hopefully making a move, because I live in a tiny apartment.
Right. You're in New Jersey. Laura, are you going out of state? Are you prepared to go out of state?
I am prepared. Yeah, I'll do whatever I have.
Okay. Yeah, wait. Right now, I got the initials North Carolina, NC for North Carolina. Were you looking down there?
I have been looking down there, but nothing's come through for me in that region yet.
There is gonna be something. I can't get a date here though, but North Carolina comes in really strong for you. So what I'd like to do is actually have Anne proceed, and I'm gonna douse a little bit more. I'm trying to get like a time frame. That's okay.
Thanks. Yeah, thank
Anne?
you.
Yes. Hi. So happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
I have a feeling that the energy of feeling a little bit challenged and maybe stuck is going to change, and giving you a sense of being able to breathe and see solutions a little bit better. So I think if it hasn't come in, it's soon coming in, because it's right on top of you. And I also feel that maybe this comes also because you have stepped up for yourself in the recent past, and you actually started to talk, send out some intentions, do some actions, do some things that actually put you on the path. And I feel that when it comes to moving, that I can't see a specific place, but maybe what you have been thinking of is not exactly what's going to be, but it feels to be something even better. So I sense that you are going to find probably North Carolina, as Sue said, because it feels like it's resonating. And it's like something that you thought about. It's something different. It feels like something that would expand you and make you feel that you will be on the path towards a better place in life, which you are longing for. And that means probably moving as well. So, of course, it means moving, right? I didn't hear where you are from. I have a sense also that do you have a relationship with someone, a romantic relationship with someone in your life you're thinking about?
I don't.
You don't. Because
No.
it's like I have a sense that this also may bring in some emotional, new, wonderful experiences, if we can put it in that way. And it feels like there's a possible relationship. And I would also go back to the general readings we have been doing in the beginning, that is for everyone, Sue's cards and my cards. And I have a feeling that the time, I don't sense it's going to take a long time for you. So maybe you start seeing some signs and you see some things that you can take action on that will bring you where you want to be. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope I didn't sound too fussy or anything.
No,
Did it make sense?
Things are coming around for me eventually. I really do. I just need something. I need big things.
Yes.
No.
So I have a feeling in November you will probably, I feel you will see some signs from now of things going on. So just like the other person we talked to, don't frame yourself. Just open up all your possibilities and don't be afraid.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Laura,
Sue?
this is Sue.
Yes.
So what I got here was once the water abates and recedes, right? So this is in North Carolina. I don't know what that means. So I asked, well, what's the time frame on that? And I got the beginning of January 2020. So that's, I don't know what the water is about. Today seems to be a water day. That's kind of weird, but it's just.
I have a dream of living on the water somewhere. I want to be
Okay.
on a little lake. Yeah. So
yeah, it's like this is flooded right now, or there's too much water. So it's just once the water recedes, whenever that's going to be, that this is going to be the new growth, water gets flooded and things sprout up new. So it's around the 1st of January, or the first week or two of January 2021. So that's what I got. I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem. All right, good luck. Stay in contact.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Huh. That's so weird. It feels like a war day today. That's really weird. Okay, let me.
Yes, it is a water day.
Let me move on, Sissy. Hang on. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, Melissa.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm so glad. No, I'm so glad I got in. I was timed and I got in. I have a question for you, ladies. I just wanted to know that everything you said is coming to place. You know what is the big shocking surprise for me, ladies, is he is now calling me, but when I've gotten the phone, is the last phone call, or I missed it because I was at work, but nobody else calls me on that number but him, because he had it, but I know it's him. I don't know what made him suddenly start calling me, start to call me. I don't know if he has, I don't know. I want to think positive. I'm not sure. I mean, I've always wanted to talk to him, but I'm not sure it's the time. But he seems to be. I'm pretty sure it's him. Should I give it some time?
Are you just missing it? Are you missing the phone call?
I missed the phone call several times because I was working, but I'm sure he'll call me. I'm sure he's gonna call back.
Right.
I think he is gonna call me back. like probably this weekend, I think. I will finish.
Right.
Can you please?
Well,
can you
remember.
remind me on that because, yes.
Remember, everything I said to you, over the course of the last few months was pointing to the month of October, and we're clearly, in October. So everything that needs to evolve, good, bad, or indifferent, is all occurring in this month. And remember, I said that the answers you need are coming. So is it a number you can call back, or is it a blocked number? Or?
Yeah, I have his phone number, but I didn't call him back because I got super nervous. And this week, because he had not called me before, and it's been about 4 months, and then suddenly he's calling me, and I'm like,
right.
I froze, ladies, because I know. I know there's a lot of going on over there, with karma going on over there, and
right.
I don't want that karma or that evil coming to me.
Right.
I know I tried, and it did some of this work, but I remain with love. So I
continue asking for protection, okay, and guidance, and when that phone call comes about, when you have the ability to pick up, before you do, simply ask for your guides, your angels, to come in and help you put on a wall of protection before picking up the phone call. And then remember, try to be the observer, not the participant. So you can pick up the call, but as you feel like, the energies are vibrating in a way that's conducive to you, by all means don't. But you can always ask for assistance. That there's protection that's around you. And then, but you have to feel it. You have to feel that you're okay to pick up the phone, if that makes sense. Because you are connecting more on a spiritual sense, Melissa. So I think you've been doing some work with that, correct?
Yes, I have. I've
Okay.
come a long way.
Yeah. Yep. Continue doing that. And when you feel, look, you don't have to pick up the phone if you don't feel, if something doesn't feel good internally, don't pick it up. When that finally happens and you know it, because you just know, then pick up the phone. But asking for assistance, go for it. You have, they're there with you. Guides and angels are there with you. All you have to do is ask. And then be the observer, listen. You don't have to participate, but you can listen. And it may clear up some things.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I am going to go ahead and do it because I wanted to talk to him. And I'm going to be clear. I don't want to talk about the past because that's God's creation, not me. There's something more for me to say, but it takes its course, right? Remember, like the tornado.
Yeah, right. No, I understand that. Just like I said, it's not always being the observer, but I think you're starting to learn how to, take a step back and just listen and not participate. So you're not drawn into it.
So do I tell him I am not? I handle it. Okay, I got it. Just observe, listen to what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
And but you can ask him, man, what make him suddenly call me? That's what I'm kind of curious. What make him suddenly start to call me?
The only thing, like I said, is that everything was culminating in this month. It just October, this whole time we've been talking, for a couple months now. October seemed to be the time in which everything culminated, good, bad, indifferent. So answers were going to come out of this month. So things were happening. A lot of energies are going here, not always good. You know what I'm saying, and without going too deeply into that. So you will know intuitively when to pick up that phone is the best I could say. But there will be some answers within this month. Let me see if Anne has something to add. Anne?
Yes. Hi, Melissa.
lady. Beautiful lady.
Hi. Yes, and you too. We just love to talk to you. You know that. And I was listening to what Sue said to you, and I actually confirm what she's saying. It feels like a very powerful time right now. So there's a lot of answers, and that also refers to the card Victory that I actually pulled for this show and also for the future to come. But there are many things going on, so to speak, behind the scenes. And if we are sensitive, we can pick them up, we can sense them, and sometimes we are confused because we can't really put our finger on it, right? But we feel that there's something going on. So the best you can do right now, just as Sue said, take a step back and be the observer. So you know when you have to do something or act or anything. Just follow when you feel that you really feel strongly for it, and then that's the right time. That's a sign for you. But I feel that everything will be fine, and I sense you will have a few answers. You asked about why he called you. I have a feeling that he actually misses you, but this is also coming up as maybe a test for you, because even if there are feelings here, sincere feelings, there's also the energy of having some kind of a power struggle. Oh, I heard something in the background. I'm sorry. Are you there, Melissa?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Do you hear me? Okay, you hear me.
Oh, yes, ma'am. This was a very big one, so I needed some guidance because it involves a lot of people in the background.
It's both ways, and that. Okay, I have a feeling that this power struggle isn't between you. It is something that's coming into the relationship between you because that's something he has, and it's going to be clear to you. But the best you can do sometimes, because we can pick and choose for ourselves and make choices that are in alignment with us, we can never do that for someone else, no matter how much we want to. So just be patient, and no matter what, I sense that you will have a feeling of peace when this time has come a little bit further. So you are going to get some answers, and I don't sense you will feel sad or bad or tired or anything like that. Just observe. Don't step in. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I keep seeing alligator when I've been speaking to y'all, and I'm so glad I found y'all for guidance. It involves so many, and I am very clear.
Thank you.
Yeah, it means a lot with my heart. So I wish you all the beautiful guardian protection for us.
Well, thank you.
For love, so much love.
Thank you, and we do wish the same for you.
Yeah,
very much.
And Melissa, peace will come here. I know this is frustrating. You've had to kind of wait some things out. It's not always easy being the observer, because at first you weren't the observer, But I think for your own well-being, your own spiritual well-being, you had to take a step back. That makes sense. And there is reward with that, okay? You will gain a sense of peace through this when answers finally start to come through. That makes sense?
It's getting clear. The karma's kicking in this month, before the end of the year, really hard. I feel it. It's boiling in my blood right now.
Right.
I feel it.
Nice.
It's becoming clear, and I've been the observer.
Right. Good. I'm really happy to hear that. And like I said, this month there'll be some things that'll occur, but it's going to all turn out okay. And you're doing exactly what you need to do for your own well-being, if that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am.
So, all right, I've got to wrap it up.
Thank you.
keep us updated, and good luck with everything, and we'll talk soon. Okay?
Yes. Good luck, and much love and light to you.
Bye, Melissa.
Thank you, lady. Very blessed.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Listen, we've got some people on the board. If you guys don't press 1, I'm just going to assume you're here to listen to the show. You need to press 1 if you want us to take your call. So, because it shows me on the board that you want me to pick up. Oh,
okay.
Well, very interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting callers today.
And it seems like water, but we can talk a little bit about water if you want to. Just because it's significant in some senses, actually. Water is something of the nature. Water brings healing. Water gives peace of mind. Water can help you connect to your soul. Water can bring you a lot of things. And not only, if you are around water, not only will you feel cleared and cleansed, specifically if you are in the ocean, which is salty, that's going to add a little bit more. But any water is good. It's very cleansing, and even for the environment around, right?
Yeah. Well, definitely, Karen definitely has some really cool connections with water that personally I think went. This is a soul thing, soul realignment thing. This is something that goes back many lifetimes. So
yes,
I'm gonna grab a call here, or I was. Okay, I need to let everybody know again. I'm just gonna reiterate. Make sure you press 1, and if you want to take your call, I'm gonna move over to a caller, Sissy.
Yes, shoot, go ahead.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I am Kimberly from Georgia.
Hi, Kimberly. Welcome.
Kimberly.
Thank you.
How's it going there in Georgia?
Oh, it's going. How's it going with y'all?
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Good.
It's going okay.
What can we do for you?
Well, I really wanted to talk about my career. So I am a teacher in a public school right now, and I teach in Atlanta, Georgia, the heart of Georgia.
Yep.
And now my superintendent is making some of the teachers come to work. And it's just disheartening. But anyway, I'll just talk about me. So I have a condition that I'm working on right now, but I have a condition that is high risk for COVID-19. And what I would say about Atlanta at the school system that I'm working at, they allow teachers to telework.
Right.
And I just want to know if I'm going to be able to telework until, this dies down.
Yes. Yes, you are. Yep. Yeah, it may not be in the capacity you want at this second or how things are going now, but are you contracted in any way? I feel like there's a contract here.
Yeah, it's a contract.
Okay. Yep. So, and they have to abide by it. So,
right.
They will, even if they have to look for something else in a different grade level or different topic that you might be teaching, they have to provide that. So yes, and they have to abide by their agreement with you, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
makes perfect sense.
It's gonna work out. Let me see if there's something Anne could add. Anything more? Anne?
Sure.
Yes, I'm here. Yes. Hi, Kimberly. I'm actually seeing the same thing as Sue. The absolutely first thing I see is that there's a lot of work around you in a very positive way, and I sense that you're very well looked upon, like someone who do a very good job. And then it's like you're sitting safe and good, and I see that there are some changes coming in, but they are positive changes and the changes that you want to see, like exactly what you said, that you want to work at a distance for this. So I'm seeing that just as Sue saw it coming into fruition. And I feel everything is nice and good. And I sense that in some time from now, and usually when I do a reading, it should be the time frame of 2 months for the reading if I don't ask to see more, for instance, but usually a time frame of 2 months. So within that time frame, I sense that this will bring about some new good opportunities for you. So it feels like there are some expansion coming in a little later on during these 2 months, and it feels very good actually. So it's going to be a fruitful time, even if the world doesn't feel to be very fruitful right now, but it's going to be better. It's going to come around as you want.
Thank you so much. Thank you both very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, I have to ask a quick question, Kimberly. Are you planning to go back to school? Because I actually see more school for you.
I so desire to go back to school.
Yeah.
I just don't know what yet. I have a feeling. Well, I can't even say I have a feeling, but I want to go back to school. Yes.
Yep. It's coming. The new year, 2021, is going to be good. It's going to happen in 2021. It's just keep doing what you need to do. If you need assistance, if you need some type of help, keep looking for it, because it's going to come 2021. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck with school.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're on the upward motion. Oh, you're welcome. All right, take care. Keep us informed.
I will.
All right. Take care, Kimberly.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Take care, too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Oh, very good. All right.
Yeah, wonderful. And it's the best thing I know to be able to deliver good news, and that's not always the case. Sometimes we can feel stuck, and sometimes it remains like that, and that can feel frustrating. But I just want to say to everybody, there's always a purpose with everything. So it's always, the pendulum that feels to be on the dark side, because we were talking about darkness and light today. It's always going to swing to the other side, and darkness doesn't always mean negative. Remember that in your heart.
Right. And I'm just going to reiterate one more time, with any callers that could be on the in the room right now. If you want us to take your phone call, you need to press 1. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that you're listening. So, is that, I see we're starting to run out of time as well. Is there anything more you'd like to talk about in the topic that we were discussing today?
About the light? No, everything it's a big topic like everything else, because it's hard sometimes to bring down something to talk about, because every topic in the spiritual realm feels to be very big, and it's all connected basically. But when you feel, I can add a little bit, if you feel that you are in a time when it feels like you're stuck, the best thing is we don't want to feed those energies that we are feeling, right? So we want to kind of break through the veil, seeing a little bit more, so that we can open up. And we can do that if we have a low vibration. So reaching the light also means raising your vibration, if that makes sense.
Very much so. Yeah,
Anything that raises vibration. Stupid jokes Sometimes we can be just like a child. I'm very good at that, actually. I'm a big baby.
Well, laughter is another one. Remember that. I think we forgot to add that, but laughter is really important when it comes to being at that vibrational space that we talked about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is, and sometimes it can feel difficult to change, to swing that pendulum, but we have the ability to do that ourselves as well. And if we feel very heavy, it's not bad to do some distractions, something that, whatever distracts us. It doesn't mean that we don't need to work on the matter when the time comes, but we can raise our vibration by doing things that distract us, makes us laugh for a minute.
Yeah.
Just go out, change environment, whatever it takes.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. I agree. Right. So, Sissy, I see we're coming to the end.
Yes, we are. And just want to start with thank you all for calling in and talking with us and sharing your time with us. And I know that everybody doesn't want to talk, so that's okay too. But if you want to, press 1. And now we are going to wrap up the show because we don't have so much time. But everybody's welcome. If we didn't have the time to take your call, or if you didn't feel for talking with us this time, feel free next time or whatever you want to, okay? So on today's show, we have been talking about reaching the light, and that's a really big topic. And in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live, there are some links. There's a link to an article, interesting article about light bodies and Merkaba and sacred geometry and a lot of stuff, and also the sound files of the sound of the earth taken from the space, if I understood that correctly from Sue. So it's intriguing. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And you can always, during our shows, chat with us on that same page, because there's a player you can listen live and text chat in the chat room below. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is with Soul Sister Show next Thursday, October 15th, with myself and Sue, and we will talk about numerology, plus your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. We'll be on same time as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. And you can always listen to the replays of all our shows anytime at scrollsofthesoul.com/past. We have all past episodes. That's around 2018, 2019, and 2020. So it's almost 3 years. And you can listen to more recent full episodes on YouTube. You just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube. And please help us out to grow the channel by subscribing and liking the videos. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue for a personal paid reading, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And as I said, if we didn't have a chance to take your call this time, please call into our next show. And thank you all for listening and calling in, and see you next Thursday, October 15th. Sissy, do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before we end the show?
Yes, I do. Thank you, everyone, for calling and trusting us with your questions. We always feel honored that you do, and we wish you the best, and we thank you. And with that, I'm going to shout out to my mom. Angels watch over you all night long. Sissy?
Love, light, peace, and joy to all of you. Blessings. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.